Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline. Thanks for watching our show on Verizon 32 everywhere from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between in the city of Pittsburgh. We appreciate it. And all our Bethel Park residents who are watching it on Comcast 7. Smoking Jim, I keep running into 5, 6, 7, 8 people keep saying, we're watching you. I was at Aldi's the other day and one of my daughter's friend's mother goes, hey, we watch you.
All right.
So shout out to everybody there. Appreciate that. You can also watch us on YouTube. We got over 400 shows on YouTube, and I post them up on our Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook page. We now have Smokin' Jim, our new high, Jim J, 6,068 likes. So appreciate that. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got Smokin' Jim Frazier. We got similar colors.
I know.
They're both red, although I can't make out whether it's orange or not on there.
And
we got so much light.
Especially from the elbow down.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't no spray tan. What are you doing, spraying it on? Oh, it come off. He sprayed his. I can't believe you're doing that. Well, Chip Hayner is up in Maine eating lobsters like crazy with Stephanie and her family, so he'll be back next week. Ernie was going to come in this week because he got a ton of stuff, and he's still in Ohio from the 4th of July, and that's where his mother lives, so he just didn't make it back yet. Now, first off, I got to thank Olive Oil's Pizzeria, 412-831-1900. Give them a call right now. I said about 5 after 7. Have people calling there. Their pizza was great, and we had a steak hoagie. Smokin' Jim said the steak hoagie is his favorite hoagie. He hasn't tried it yet, but it's his favorite. Now, Devin's in here. I don't know if he can pull up on this from Atria's. I figured I'll do all our thing. That's a nice one there. Pulled that right up. We'll be at Atria's PNC Park July 11th and 25th. We got a great show. I'll talk about that on location. Some of the guests that are coming there, even Smokin' Jim will be surprised. So wait till you hear about that, but we'll also be there on the 25th. So check us out at Atria's PNC Park at the Talking Machine Big Mouth Burger. And you get these nachos that are unbelievable that are for Smokin' Jim Frazier. Then we always end our show with Joey Fabus Cancer Foundation. If you could pull up a little bit on here. This shows Joey before and after he got DIPG. He died before his 9th birthday. Anything you can donate there, $1 or up, donate to the Joey Fabus Cancer Foundation. And we'll give a Stay Joey Strong at the end. Now here's another one with our Bethel Park Community Foundation. Anybody that has groups and organizations who need money. Who doesn't need money for their groups with kids and different things in our community? You can have opportunities for education for citizens of all ages, expanded recreation and leisure activities, increased exposure to fine and performing arts, community health and safety, and anything you can think up of. Get a hold of bpcf.org. Check it out. Apply for a grant from $100 to $5,000. Tell Dan Duff that you heard Al Levine, the talking machine, talking about it. And they're giving out money like crazy. They're helping the people in the community doing this. Now, we normally start our show with what's on your mind. So I'm going to stay with it. Smokin' Jim's studying his newspaper here. I'm not sure what he's up to, but Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
Coming at you.
You got to see Levine.
Thank you.
Old quarterback high school option days.
What year was that?
But hey, big shout out to Kevin Durant, a true warrior, going to the Golden State Warriors. So 82-0 is not out of the question next year. Al Levine, the talking machine.
I know. I got to say I was wrong. I thought Durant would stay.
Also, just looks like I'll be opening an office in Monroeville, L. Levine, the Taco Machine. So more details to come. Great location. Couldn't pass it up. Great opportunity to
What's
be
that
out,
mean?
out in God's country.
What's that mean?
I got it's a little teaser.
Oh,
down
for
the
later.
road.
Okay.
Yeah, down the road.
Oh, I thought you were talking another day.
On.
You mean during the show?
Yeah.
Stay tuned, Chief. Don't change that dial.
Another day.
What?
But I just wanted
Another day you're going to talk about?
Yeah, it's a little
That's
teaser.
not a good tease.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll have people come out to visit me in Monroeville Mall.
I can't wait to hear who's going.
Very safe.
Wrong.
Here's the WPIL just came out with their history of their players of the year. So if I get a little long-winded on this L. Levine, the Taco Machine,
We got extra time today because it's me and you. Go ahead.
And you can cut me off and we can go back to it a little later.
No, we're going right through it from A to Z.
I'll start off with some of the females, and the list goes all the way back to
Tell me the players you know.
79.
Whoa.
Ain't that something? And there was a young lady that won it in 79 by the name of Candy Young out of Beaver Falls. I believe she was a silver medalist in the Olympics. Here's a two-time winner in 1983 and 84, Susie Mcconnell from Seton LaSalle. We all know that name. Maybe one of the all-time greats out of a high school near Monroeville is Melanie Buttmeyer. I believe she was an Olympic gold medalist swimmer.
What community is she from?
Outstanding community.
Penn Hills.
Community near
Penn Hills.
Speaking of 1986,
Nobody was.
Michelle Cho from Gateway won it, and so did Edna Campbell. They were out of Alderdice. They were co-winners. Out of there, a sprint champion, Marla Perrier from Thomas Jefferson was a back-to-back winner.
What years were those?
Those was 1988 and 1989. Super fast human being. How about Swin Cash winning back-to-back in 97 and 98?
We're jumping some years. What about in between there? No Gateway people.
Well, there's no Gateway in between there, but you did have Lauren Williams from Rochester in 2001. She ran in some Olympics. I believe she's an Olympic gold medalist in the relay. And how about all the way up? Well, got to talk about Christina Hermado from Hopewell. She won in 2005. All-American at Penn State. I believe she won an Olympic gold medal in volleyball. And Kim Burrow won it in 2012, 2013. She's a great basketball player currently for Maryland. And I think we got time to jump over to the guys for a little bit.
Let me check.
Yeah. We do. And
we got plenty of time. You can go almost every year.
And I think they go all the way back to 79 because of Dan Marino. Most people don't realize how fast Dan Marino, what an athlete he was in high school. I remember that year, Central Catholic played one of the worst teams in Gateway history. They were 7-3. Horrible Gateway team of only 7-3. One of the worst teams in Gateway history. I remember.
Why is that?
They lost 3 games in the season.
How?
And
how did that happen?
And that's unusual. And it's also unusual to get beat at home. And I remember Gateway got destroyed by Dan Marino. I think the first play of the game, Dan Marino went 80 yards for a touchdown.
Running. How fast was he?
He was pretty fast in high school before he got his knees all messed up, and he was a great baseball player, as you know. But speaking of speed, the very next year,
what year? 80?
1980, Dwight Collins, the three-sport All-American from Beaver Falls, football, basketball, and track.
And you've talked about him on our show numerous times.
Yeah, great player. And how about maybe the greatest football player in WPIL history? Won it in 1981. Bill Fralek at a school near Monroeville.
Penn Hills, they call it.
Won that. And how about another speedster, Clinton Davis, won it in 82 and 83
I thought
from
you
Steel
mentioned
Valley.
him.
few times.
Okay, good.
In Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac. How about Brian Davis from Wash High? Won it back-to-back in 84, 85. He was
Another
the Barry
guy.
Sanders that could not pass math, and that's why he flunked out of Pitt not once but twice.
Get out.
But would have been a great pro. How about Brian Chasmeyer from Swissvale? Won it, was a co-winner along with Major Harris from Brashear in 1986.
You mean both of them together?
Both of them together. How about teammates won it together in 87? Friend of the show, Darrell Porter and Ricky Cannon from Perry High School. And probably the greatest WPIAL player of all time, if it wasn't Bill Fralek, it had to be Curtis Bray from Gateway, won it in 1988, National Player of the Year. Bill Fralek won the National Player of the Year award.
Didn't he die?
Yeah,
Right.
he passed away as he was the coach of Iowa State, defensive coach
Very
for
sad.
Iowa State, and they do a fundraiser every year to help out his wife and kids, and they do a great job. That's one of the benefits of being a Gateway graduate. Also, Sean Gilbert was a co-winner in
What year?
89, along with Dion Bentley from Penn Hills. Dion Bentley still has the state long jump record of 25 feet, 6 inches. The record will never be broken. He used to jump out of the long jump pit. Wasn't
No
long
way.
enough. He would land
What did
on
he
the
do
grass.
in college?
He went to Florida, gained a little weight, and he had
He made it in the
he had
pit.
the Afro-American butt. So, and everything he ate went to the butt. So he never, he was a 8-time All-American long jumper in college, indoor. He was a 4-year All-American outdoor, 4-year All-American, but never broke 26 feet. And you needed about 28 feet. But he still has the national high school record.
Wow.
For the long jump. But, everything went.
Thanks for that information. I can't wait to see who's next.
How about Paul Fela from North Allegheny? Won it in 1991. Went on to play at Notre Dame. And how about Tom? Oh, I got to mention Dana Calabria. What's his name? Calabria? Calabria, that's it. Great basketball player from Black Hawk, North Carolina, and one of the all-time WPIL greats. But Tom Pipkins, another great one from Valley, won it in 93. Kevin Price from Duquesne, 1994. Probably if he didn't go to jail, probably would have been in the NBA or the NFL. 6'7" guy, outstanding. How about Brandon Short?
Yeah.
Penn State linebacker, played maybe 8 or 9 years for the New York Giants after Penn State in the NFL. LeVar Arrington wins it.
What year?
In 1997. He only won it one time. I was surprised.
It's crazy.
How about in 1988 and 89, a 2-time winner, none other than Rod Rutherford from Perry High School. Great player. Bernard Lay from Aliquippa won it in 2000. Had all the talent from the neck down, not much from the neck up. Old meathead, but all the talent in the world. And we're going to leave it.
Go ahead, finish it.
Let's go with Stephen Breston won it from Woodland Hills in 2002.
Whoa.
And I'm going to save the ones in between there, but we'll jump over to Terrell Pryor back-to-back in 2007 and 8. Todd Thomas from Beaver Falls never should have won it in 2009, but
Why
he did.
that? Why?
But
Smoking Jim. You're teasing him, but not telling him anything.
But in 2010, how about my main man, T.J. McConnell, who never was recruited by Pitt, but he plays in the NBA for the 76ers. Luke Hagee from Mount Lebanon won it back-to-back, L. Levine, the Tonka Machine, 2011, 2012. I think he went to college for lacrosse, but he was great football running back. How about Devin Wilson from Montour, won it in 2013. They say he could do everything on the football field but go over the middle, and I think that's why he chose to play basketball at Virginia Tech, and he was a starter as a
Wow.
freshman. How about Malik Hooker from Newcastle, 2014? He'll be the starting defensive back at Notre Dame this year. Trey Tipton from Apollo Ridge never should have been mentioned in 2015, but he was. And that's some of the great ones.
I'd like you to fill in the blanks for some of those stories.
That's some of the great ones.
Thank you.
Some of them
Smoking
should be
Jim.
erased out of there, but hey,
In your opinion.
in my opinion.
That's pretty darn good, buddy. You did really well there. And you left a few out for later. What's that, like a dessert?
Yeah, like a dessert, man.
All right, well, since...
Like a homemade ice cream.
Whoa, we just had some yesterday. Shout out to Bill Boyce for the nice little party he had at his house. He didn't stop cooking until he started playing with the grandkids. Then he didn't stop playing with the grandkids and had to go back in and make ice cream.
Uncle Al.
Uncle Jim. Are you my uncle, they called Jim? What a great time there. In Brentwood, downtown Brentwood.
Yes, sir.
Can't believe you stayed out of trouble. It was nice to see. What's on my mind, Smoking Jim, is the NBA. Where do they get all the money? The money that they're giving out is just amazing. 50 million, 100 million, 82 million. You name it, and they're tossing it around, and there's only 5 players that are starters. They're throwing money out like it's crazy. It's truly an entertaining business because that first season that they have, that's the regular season. It's quite different than the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Makes a big difference. That 73-9, it could be in jeopardy this year.
Yes, sir.
I sense something happening there. But what's interesting is Steph Curry, they withdrew the offer they made to him. Did you hear that? Yeah, they had an offer on the table, and then they withdrew it, and then they signed Durant.
Wow.
So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Just a little tease for you, Smoking Jim,
thanks,
as
buddy.
you dig in there. But then you got Le'Veon Bell saying he should get paid $15 million a year.
It's a lot of money.
But he's not in the NBA. And he's been injured the last 2 years. So there's a little couple contingencies that if you want to start tweeting and sending messages out that you should make $15 million a year, Smoking Jim should make $25 million a year for what he does.
Thank you, sir.
He's the busiest man in Pittsburgh media. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. Just unbelievable what he does. And Le'Veon Bell just kept going on and on about it. How are you even going to talk about that? He's been injured 2 years. Is he coming back this year? How long? Is he going to get hurt again? It's just crazy stuff that's out there. But it's the entertainment business, and that's what's happening with the NBA. Keep watching it. It's exciting watching all these numbers come out and who's signing who and who's going to retire and who's going to stay with the team, and just crazy stuff there. And that's what's on my mind. Now, Smoking Jim, before you eat another... Oh, that steak hoagie, where was it?
Oh,
Did
that
it
was
fall
good.
on the floor?
That was good stuff.
It's
man.
gone.
Told you that's my favorite.
Today. You're getting better. I thought that Italian hoagie was the best you ever had.
And that was good too.
Well, we got a little fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine, and the fiction and fact comes right out of the newspaper, pretty much. And
Those ones you saved.
yeah, when the ones I saved, I tell you what, we're going to go all the way back to 2004, and I was doing a show at that time called Champions Live, and we were in Station Square at a restaurant called the New Crawford Grill. It was a multi-million-dollar, beautiful facilities. It was outstanding before the ownership went bankrupt.
Yeah.
But we put a lot of good shows on. But one particular show on the stage, and I believe that the 2004 class was the greatest in WPIL history, in my opinion. And just on the stage, Al Levine, the talking machine, this is who we had. First of all, we had a female on the stage by the name of Christina Hermonto from Hopewell.
Okay.
Was on the stage with us. And she went on to be at least a 3-time All-American in college and Olympic gold medalist in volleyball. And beautiful girl, tall. Her mom was outstanding. I think her mom's still calling me to this day, trying to find out when it was going to be on TV. But
as well as she should.
Also on that stage, we had Darrell Revis.
Get on.
Who was probably the most unknown guy on that stage that day. We had Neil Walker out of Pine Ridgeland. All these were 2004 graduates. We had the number 1 quarterback. No, he was rated number 2 behind Josh Booty in the country, was Anthony Morelli out of Penn Hills. We had Morty Ivy, friend of the show.
Yeah.
From Gateway, was on the stage.
He's playing locally.
He's playing locally. Played at West Virginia University for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Eugene Jarvis, whose football team is going into the WPIL Hall of Fame this year from Central Catholic, was All-World at Kent State. Justin King from Gateway. Was on that stage that day, all at the same time. 2-time 100-meter dash champion from Central Catholic, by the way, of North Hills. He had transferred his senior year. Andrew Johnson, who played at the University of Miami. Adam DeMichael. And to make it so, Adam DeMichael out of Stowe Rocks. And to make it so unique, Al Levine, the talking machine, out of those great classes, you had back-to-back winners were co-winners. 2003 was Neil Walker and Adam DeMichael co-winners.
Wow.
2004, Adam DeMichael and Neil Walker. And I remember saying on that stage, I made everybody be quiet, and I told the crowd, and I walked over to Darrell Revis, who had 4 arms like you, Al Levine, the talking machine. I says, this guy will one day play in the National Football League.
Get on.
Everybody thought I was crazy. In this great class, he was the most unknown guy out of everybody that was up there.
What made you say that?
Well, his demeanor.
How did he act?
He was a humble guy, very quiet. The people tried to get, at the time, Adam DeMichael's Stowe Rocks team was probably the number 1 team in the state. And Aliquippa had a pretty good team, and they tried to get those guys to trash talk one another because they had to meet, and Darrell Revis wouldn't have it. He was just a humble guy.
Yeah.
I remember watching him play football in the forearms.
Yeah.
And I says, one day this guy will play in the National Football League, and the rest is history, Revis Island. And Anthony Morelli from Penn Hills was signed to play at the university. He gave a verbal commitment at the University of Pittsburgh. And in my opinion, University of Pittsburgh or somebody affiliated with him helped him pass the SAT because he flunked it about 10 times. And as soon as whoever took the SATs for him passed the SATs, he immediately signed with Penn State. And I thought that was a rotten move by Anthony Morelli. Should have went to Pitt. But
and I even knew one of his teachers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was shocked.
So you know where I'm coming from.
Exactly. Exactly. I was ahead of that curve. She said he was a very nice kid, very well-mannered, not the brightest bulb. Didn't know how he went to college, and was not surprised by how he played. The little step up. Well, thanks, Smoking Jim. You didn't know I'd end with something powerful like
good.
that.
That was good, brother.
Well, we got to go to our on-location segment. We don't have Chip here today, no trivia, so that trivia will be piling up, Chief. Wait till Chip comes back with the trivia. I might have to give him 10 minutes of trivia time because I know he's got a lot of great stuff in baseball and the other sports that are around. And, you know, we'll be starting training camp soon. Another couple weeks. It'll be happening, so that'll be interesting. Well, on location, we're going to be at Atria's PNC Park, 7 o'clock to 8, and that's this Monday coming up, the 11th. I got a few guests that I know, and I got a message the other day. Smoking Jim and I were talking about what's going on with the Cuba fights. Cuba's coming here to fight on the Clemente Bridge, and it's going to be a pretty big event. And Rich Donnelly, who's helping, train and has boxers there, he said, is there any chance that we could get on a show? I said, no better time than July 11th, because we got the 30th coming up at the end of the month. So he goes, well, how many? Now, I know we got another show at Atria's on the 25th. So I told him about 4 or 5 boxers would be nice, and, maybe a coach or 2 or trainer. We can do that to go along with our other 4 guests. So we'll have a good time there. Come on out and meet some of the boxers who you've seen fight over the years. And who knows who we'll get. I'm not going to mention their names. I'll confirm it on Friday. And we'll have the boxers coming out with trainers and coaches, and maybe a few of their family and friends to come out there and be at Atria's PNC Park. Then we got another show. You got to save the date. July 18th, Hollywood Lanes. Jeffrey Park and Lindsay Marie are our hosts. We normally do a show the first Monday of the month, but yesterday was 4th of July. Hope you all had a great 4th of July, except for that rain that come in, and then it stopped for the fireworks. Bethel Park, very disappointing. Somebody bought the parking garage, and they're going to be putting apartments in, so they couldn't have fireworks. Matter of fact, we're not ever going to have fireworks in Bethel Park again, from what I heard, unless there's a rumor that maybe we can, but there's no space large enough where you can set the fireworks off. So Bethel Park, it's been at South Hills Village for so many years that now it's no more. So it was just disappointing there. But check out this date, the 18th. Smoking Jim's been working feverishly. He's got lists and research, and I don't know what qualifies you there except to be on our show, like you've heard me say. If you're on our show, you have a chance. If you made it on the show a second time, you could have a chance. I'm not sure what the other criteria is, just being a guest and being in sports. So we'll have to find out. I've heard anywhere from 3 to 7 inductees.
Yes, sir.
So I can't wait to see who they are. It's a surprise to me. I have nothing to do with it. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I was the last one in the first class that he put in there and surprised me. It was a shock. I didn't think I qualified, Smoking Jim. I still don't even know how I did. I can't wait to find out some more information. But stay tuned for that. We'll give you an update next week. Maybe he'll tease us with a few people that'll be coming out. And then check out the 11th. Come see us there. Rosemary and Jer, I know you ladies would like to watch our show. Hopefully you're watching tonight. And anybody watching tonight, if you have any ideas, well, bring them up to Smoking Jim next Monday on who you might want in the Hall of Fame. What do we have in the Hall of Fame right now? Do you know
15.
We got 15. Get on. Might have a class of another 7. It could be. Well, I can't wait for that.
Equals 22.
Yeah.
My favorite number.
I know. I just don't know what year you wore 22. It's a mystery to me. Maybe we'll find out for sure again if you bring an old jersey in. You have any old jerseys? I know you used to get a few free, along with spikes and other equipment at Gateway.
Miss those days.
What equipment?
Getting the free stuff.
You did well after that, from what I heard too. Even your coach, what's his name? From Burgettstown?
Oh, Bob Frattini.
Bob Frattini was saying he was a great captain with him, although he could never find him at school. He didn't see very much of you at school. Of course, he was working 2 or 3 jobs, so that may be why. May have cut you out of there. Well, we usually go with Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, but we've covered that pretty strong. Smoking Jim's a big baseball fan. He hasn't seen a baseball game yet this year. Or did you? I think you told me you watched an inning.
I watch them all the time.
When?
I like listening on the radio.
Oh, do you? In your travels? No, there's no way that's not even possible. Well, Tyon's on the 15-day disabled list.
I didn't know that.
Well, you should have. They were saying it all during the game yesterday. He's an NFL scout, Steeler scout.
But I think I threw something out at you yesterday that was wrong.
Okay.
I was saying the guy that won, the Levine that won the slam dunk contest, that's not Adam Levine,
right.
That's something else.
Right.
Levine,
he's in the NBA.
And he's black.
Yeah.
Adam Levine must be somebody else.
Yeah, he's a famous singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was saying, because that
and
Levine,
I threw it right down. I said, you're so wrong.
That's what I said. Well, that Levine is black.
Right.
And Adam Frazier, my new favorite pirate, is white. I like that kid.
Just because he's Frazier.
Well, because he can.
Down goes Frazier.
He can hit and run and catch. I like that.
He made
kid.
a couple outs yesterday, too.
Yeah, he can do it all.
You must have missed it.
I mean, other than I never thought I'd have to replace Andy Van Slyke, but this Adam Frazier down the road
It's been a while.
may replace Andy Van Slyke as my all-time favorite pirate of all
Well,
time.
he just come up. He's a rookie.
Yeah, but I can
He's
see
a young
the magic.
man.
I can see the magic.
Can you? What if they send him back down?
He'll be back.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're following closely. We're not even going to talk Pirates.
World Series.
Is that your prediction?
8 out of 10, baby.
Yeah, but they're now one game over 500.
It's okay. It's a long season. All-Star break ain't hit yet.
Yeah, but they're already halfway through the season. They played 82 games.
Andrew ain't got it cracking yet.
They got 80 games left.
How far are they out of the wild card?
About 5.
That much?
Yeah.
They'll get there.
They got trouble.
Frazier will get them there.
I don't know. I don't know how he's going to play in the outfield.
Oh, he's good. He's good right fielder.
We still got 3 of the best. What changed there? 3 of the best.
They need rest.
One game.
They need rest.
1 game, 2 games. You got all the answers, buddy. I can't wait to see the play. They got trouble there.
Good pinch runner.
Well, they need some good pitching. They're starting to get that. The bullpen held them for 34 innings over about 5-6 games, not giving up a run. Yesterday they gave up a run.
Yeah.
So, but they won the game.
Yeah.
So that's what counts.
That's it.
Go Buccos. Now, I don't know if you guys and ladies know about Smoking Jim being a busy man in social media and our TV media. He's not on the radio. He's been on it in the past. He's still well known on Whammo with Eddie Jeffries. He was on there for many years.
Yes, sir.
And it's been a while. They think we're on radio now, but we're still on Verizon 32 everywhere and Comcast 7. And then something called YouTube. We got over 400 shows. And I'm proud of each one of them. We've done everything from boxing to special events, even out the Meadows. We'll be back out at the Meadows again shortly. You have to check us out there. But he does these shows on PCTV. The first show that I know he does is First and 10 with Smoking Jim, right?
Yes, sir.
And I was on one of those. That's why I know. I don't know about the rest of them, but he does a bunch of shows for people. And for some reason, I didn't bring this up till tonight, that a lot of these guests that are on his show, let me just gather myself, have all have been on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
All right.
Why are you clapping on that?
It's like half my Facebook friends.
Yeah, I know. You're gaining on me. You're 100 and something behind. I'm slowing down because I'm getting near that 5,000 there. I'll have to get rid of a few. But tell us a couple of these shows. Or how many shows do you have? Do you know? Because it's a mystery to me.
Well, I'll just go with the shows I'm most excited about.
Well, I like some of the ones that you aren't excited about.
Okay, I'm excited about everything.
Because you have some nice guests on there.
I sure
They've
do.
been guests on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Yeah.
And haven't been back. You've been monopolizing them.
You know them all. But I think one of the ones that have a great potential, well, first of all, somebody that we haven't signed yet that I think would be, that could go from locally to nationally would be Liz Costa. She's interested in doing her own show. She's been a guest on Pittsburgh Sportsline. She's in the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. But we can't, and I think it'd be a good show to reach the growing Hispanic community.
You mean you're going to have a show with her now?
I would like to. She wants to do a show. I would like for her to do a show.
Oh, this is not yet. This is a potential show.
We've done a few guest appearances with her in the studio, but
so you're negotiating.
We're just trying to find the right time for her.
That's a great idea.
So she would be outstanding.
Tell the folks where she's from.
She's from Costa Rica, and I think all the women in Costa Rica look just like Liz Costa, who, in my opinion, is one of the top 3 most beautiful women on the planet.
And tell her what show that you guys do together.
We
can say it.
Oh, Championship Chase.
Yeah,
Championship Chase.
Because I'm a big fan of that show, especially in the last seat, making the picks. I appreciate the picks each week.
And I got a little promotion on the show this year. I'll be picking the high school male and female, I believe.
They've been listening to our show.
Yeah, they've been listening to our show. I'll be picking the players of the week.
I'm so proud of you.
And it'll be a great opportunity also to help book guests for our shows, because I'll be calling the coaches and I'll be calling the players and getting a quick interview with them.
Can you repeat that again? You're going to actually book some of them for Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Pittsburgh Sportsline.
I'm honored.
So that'll work out really well. But Liz Costa is a person that fought for me, one of the people that fought for me to be on Championship Chase, and I can't help but thank her enough for that.
Well, that's one show.
That's one show. Another show that I'm excited about that hasn't quite got off the ground yet is Juice with Mariah Torres.
Wow, she was a great guest before she went to California.
Yeah.
Then she come back and was on Pittsburgh Sportsline again. She's been with you.
She's been with me.
I had to give a little setup for that.
A beautiful girl, very photogenic. Got some great ideas for a show. She was about 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 credits short of getting her communications degree from Point Park before she went out to California. So she's very knowledgeable in the technological side of it.
Whoa.
It's Devin Shea. It's not a word for this group, but she can do it all. She can run the board. She can edit. She's got a creative mind in front or behind the camera. So hopefully we can get it going somewhat with her. But the third show that I'm most excited about is Deborah Clark, who you introduced me to.
Yeah, I'm so glad I did. You guys have hit it off wonderfully.
She has a book out, and
tell her the title of the book.
Everybody Has a Story.
Something
I think that's it. Everybody has a story. Matter of fact, I put down my Jack Lambert book, and I picked that one up, and I'm up over page 20.
Again, on that book, you stop with Jack Lambert. Give me that book.
Yeah, I'll give you the Lambert book, and we can switch up.
Yeah.
But, she has a great book, but she's also somebody that's very connected, knows a lot of people, has a lot of great ideas. So hopefully we can do a show, to Deborah Clark. I forget what she's going to name the show, but
well, it's still in the
show
production stages and coming up with stuff.
But Claudio Rilsano, who, in my opinion,
your brother from another mother.
My brother from another mother. One of the nicest guys I ever met. But Claudia is so connected, I say, in the Italian community. And you know,
Yeah,
I
the
love
sports
me
world.
And you know, I love me some Italians.
Yeah.
And I have some cousins recently that I got family that's
Did I meet
Italian.
them?
Yeah. And
I got to meet him again.
Yeah, holidays I'll be spending time. But Claudio, we do a show. He's a baseball scout. He's a head coach of Carnegie Mellon University baseball team.
What'd they just do this last year? Yeah.
He won Coach of the Year. But his passion is boxing. And so we do a show called Pittsburgh Ring Talk. Claudio hosts the show, but he sets up all the great Italian legends to come on the show over the phone. Donnie Lalonde, who was a world champion, fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He had on the show Vinny Pazienza, who has a movie coming out in November. And anybody, and Al, you've been in movies, and anybody that knows anything about Hollywood, if they release your movie in November, that means they expect it to be a big-time hit. And how could he not? Vinny Pazienza.
Yeah.
And this month, not next month, he's going to have Boom Boom Mancini on the show.
That's what I wanted to know, when that's happening.
That's going to be, and hopefully we get Bruno Sammartino down the road, who's my hero. So
he's mine too.
Yeah.
I know his son, Dan Martino.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I knew him. He was cutting hair in Perrysville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I know a few people out there smoking,
well,
Jim.
there's nobody that you don't know. You're the best networker I've ever seen, and we work well together because I like to hang back and watch and learn from you. But I do another show, First and 10, with Smoking Jim and Jody Velasquez. And Jody's been lining up some outstanding guests. And she got some great legs, which is always good for the show.
I thought she sits behind a desk.
But not, she takes that desk away now. We sit in chairs.
No way.
Got to show the
I got to
legs.
tune in again.
Got to show the legs. The ratings going through the roof.
Now, is that on demand?
We haven't put any shows on demand yet, although we should. But we haven't.
Well, we can't talk about that.
Yeah, so we haven't crossed that bridge yet. But she's been lining up some great guests and been doing some outstanding things. And
she does great research.
She's
even told us that.
She does great research, and she's very smart. And as you know, even in the health field, nutritional field, you know,
we've had many a discussion.
Yeah, you and her talk about a lot of stuff, and I take notes. You know.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You're not following it.
Well, a lot of it's over my head. So.
Well, it's basic stuff you can buy, like that baking soda and other things.
I like that.
Yeah. You still doing that?
Every day.
How's the green tea? I haven't heard you buy any green tea.
You know what? I still got to get the leaf.
Loose leaf.
Loose leaf, yeah, whenever I get down. I got to get downtown sooner or later.
Well, if I stop in again, maybe in the next week or two, I'll have to get you a bag of
peanuts.
You know
I'm good, and you know I'm good for it.
All right, I'll get you a 1 pound bag.
Okay.
Now, what other shows have you done? I've seen a couple other ones that were on TV, because they put them on the computer, and I've been able to watch them.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we did the...
Wasn't there one, Stella?
Whoa, my goodness. How could I forget Stella? Wow. She's been a guest on our show, Fitness, Personal Fit. And she is somebody...
She just competed.
Did she?
Yeah. I think she got like second or something.
Get out of here. I'm slipping. I seen her...
You're too busy, man.
I've been seeing some of her pictures and her outfits, and I'm like, wow, her abs are looking really, really chiseled. I should have known she was getting ready to compete, but she's somebody that... you know what? She's a person that has a degree. The only person I ever met with a degree from IUP, and
that can't be true.
I guess there's some, but I've never met anybody that's after. I
got tons of friends that went to IUP
Did
that have multiple degrees.
But see, you know,
they're
people
working,
I don't know.
Yeah,
the people I know never gotten a degree from their party school.
They played 2 years and they were done.
I'm
talking people went 4, 5, 6 years there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but
I'll introduce you to him sometime.
But my dream for Stella is, you know, she is a person that the camera loves her. You know, her smile, her personality, she just has what you call it. And what I foresee with Stella is that we can make a workout video for her.
Really?
Do a workout video, and I think that she's the type of person that can market a video like that. And
but
and
you can't
promote
do it out of PCTV.
You can't do it, but she can market herself elsewhere and have the video. We can use the equipment from PCTV to do the video, and I think that she can take it to levels, and she's familiar how to work YouTube. You give her a DVD, she
puts it up there.
She can put it on YouTube.
She needs to help you, my man, with all these shows.
Yeah, she's pretty busy, but hopefully pretty soon, because I'm really excited about her. I'm gonna have to give her a call. I didn't know that she competed, but
yeah, I thought
she's
she finished in the top 3 anyhow.
Wow, I didn't know. I'm glad. See, I have almost 330,000 messages out on
you might have to delete
Yahoo.
them.
So
you might have to delete. If
yeah,
you have that many in your email,
I may.
It's so slow that you don't even get the messages.
Yeah, I may have to consider that.
You might have to, but she's another one on nutrition and eating.
Yeah, she prepares all her meals herself. And the show that we did was outstanding. So we got to get her, because she is somebody that I really think has the potential to take things to another level. Her and Liz Costa, yeah.
Nice. You got some good potential out there.
Yeah, I really do. And probably even Stella more so than Liz, because Stella right now is she's in a zone where she's in that fitness world.
Okay.
I think Liz Costa will probably make it through championship chase and go that
leapfrog
route.
to something else.
Yeah.
Well, she's great on the show.
Yeah, I think if somebody sees her, they'd be crazy not to pick her up. But I think Stella's a type that'll go out and she has your aggression. She'll knock on doors. She'll get it out there.
She doesn't stop.
She doesn't stop. She's that type of person. I think that her workout videos, and she's a personal trainer, I think that they really could be a hot selling item, especially around Christmas time. Give me 2.
Oh, you got all those godchildren and everybody else. You might need more than 2. You got 99 godchildren, I think.
And I just picked up
cousins.
Logan last night.
Yeah.
I'd like for him to at least use an address in Monroeville.
Logan Boyce.
Logan Boyce. I think he could be an outstanding. This guy has no quit in him. I think he can be an outstanding.
Except somebody took him down.
Yeah, with 1 foot. That was funny.
Somebody took him down.
That
was enough of that.
You put them size 13s on him. That was it.
That was enough of that. That ended that party. And his dad stepped in and put the 3 kids in chairs.
And his dad is going into another Hall of Fame or another museum.
Yeah.
Museum. I like to go out there and
Bill
see
Boyce's son.
Yeah.
Said like Aliquippa or something.
Like Whip or something.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
New Mexico.
Yeah, it gets a little warm.
It's a huge place. Yeah. We saw the photo.
Yeah.
144,000 square feet.
We seen it.
Up in the sky.
Plane, yeah.
It was pretty big.
So,
well, how long have you been doing 1st and 10 with Smoking Jim?
I've been doing 1st and 10 with Smoking Jim off and on for a few years. Not that long.
Okay.
I've been doing the...
But that's the longest one.
Yeah.
That you've been doing.
Yeah.
And then you're on another one on PCTV.
Yeah, tomorrow we have a show, first of the month, is Steel City Sports World with Luther Dupree and Claudio Relsano.
No, that's nice.
Yeah.
Any good guests that
I don't think we have any guests lined up tomorrow, but I'm sure we'll be talking a lot of NBA and stuff like that. So
I'm sure that's a once-a-month show.
It's a once-a-month show, and we get a ton of calls a lot of times, because it's almost like a radio show on TV where you can watch on TV and then you can call and ask questions. So
well, that's been on about 12 years.
About 20.
20 years?
Close to it, I think.
No way.
Not with me all those years, but yeah, Luther, I think, just got his 20-year producer's pin. Yeah.
Did not. So he's been doing it 20 years.
20 years. So,
wow.
So you may not have as many shows as Luther. 12 times 20 is what?
240 shows.
So you got him beat.
Smoking Jim, we got over 400 some shows.
You got him beat.
We might have 430 shows. We got our 5-year anniversary coming up October 11th, 2016. It'll be 5 years we've been doing this.
You got him doubled. You doubled him up almost.
Yeah. We're going to add a few more shows. I produce a few other shows too around here, so definitely. And that's the other thing with BPTV. You know, even like with Smoking Jim, what he does, I don't know exactly what at PCTV, but somehow he's a producer and went to classes and he does all that stuff. I don't get it. Just check out BPTV with Dave Cable. If you want to produce a show or you want to have a show and you live in the community, don't see Smoking Jim. You could see me or some of the other producers. I produce a couple other shows, Healthier, Happier You. I put another show out, The Creative Process with Vince Ornato. He's an artist. You have to check that out. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we do other special edition shows. We got Good News special editions that we put out, Good News in Bethel Park. We do Community Day. We do a bunch of different shows around here. And there's a lot of things that you can do. If you have an idea and you want to promote it, we got a great staff here. I mean, we got Devin Shea.
Man.
We got Chris Satter. We got Ethan. We got Jeff in the control room doing a heck of a job going from Smoking Jim to me. There's only 2 of us, and he's doing a great job. And the new guy, I forget his name. I don't remember his name. Hayden. I forgot about Hayden.
My man.
And then the other guy that I won't mention, he didn't want to work at McDonald's, so he's here helping out in the studio. It's a great way to be involved with the community, do different ideas and shows. You know, we've been blessed. We've won awards each year for our shows, and it's just a lot of fun. And we're out there, you know, in the communities spreading the good word about Bethel Park, at Atria's, we did at Duke's Rib House and Grill. We did Sips, Village Tavern and Trattoria, Level 20.
Yeah.
We've been around doing these different shows. You got to come and check out some of our shows. You can see us in action. You can talk to us before or after the show. Maybe even be a guest if you're involved in sports, because we'll bring you on. We've had from 5-year-old kids up to a 90-year-old lady who's in our Hall of Fame. Ann Tempest come on our show, and she was so great.
Yes, sir.
Mario Tempest, you know, another fan. She come on the show and was going to be on around December, Christmas, and she asked me, she goes, Al, do you want me to bring any Christmas cookies? She brought a tray of Christmas cookies bigger than my arms. And I had to tell her, Ann, do you mind if I eat a few cookies while I interview you? She goes, of course. She was talking Steelers.
Wow.
I'll never forget her.
Wow.
She passed away after that show, and it was just an honor to have her on. These are the type of things we do with our show. We're not just a normal sports talk show, although we got an NFL scout, Steelers scout, and we do talk a lot of sports, but we bring people on with the human interest stories that they do, the businesses that they do in the area. It's just a great way to promote people on TV. I'm blessed to be on TV. I'm thankful to Dave Cable, the community of Bethel Park, for allowing us on the air. I appreciate that. But we can also expand this to other people. We need more Bethel Park people to be on the show. I know all you coaches out there, I watch you in sports. Make some time on a Monday night. We'll put you on the show. And that's part of what we're doing. Smoking Jim, we're involved in boxing and things out there. Like one of our good friends, Justin Steve, fought at the Teamster Temple.
Proud of him.
He actually won a race, the match race at the Meadows, and then he went out and knocked out a guy in the second round. So we'll be bringing him back on our show when we can.
Good karma.
Yeah, definitely. And we have a lot of good guests here and things they're doing in the community. We got boxing coming up. We got King of the Cage MMA coming up July 23rd at the Meadows. So that's coming up again. And it's just great. There's boxing at the Rivers Casino. So Rumble on the River. We may have to get Angelo, make a little contact with him and see what he can do. Angelo Magnone, Made Men Productions. He's been a guest on our show. A lot of good things out there. What do you think, Smoking Jim?
Well, I think that's great. And it's amazing when you lay it all out, all the things that we've been blessed to do, Al Levine, the talking machine. But I think that out of all the things I've ever done in my lifetime, and I've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of things, the most in all I've ever been, and the most enjoyable is when we're at the Meadows. I mean, that is like a dream come true.
You're like on vacation.
I'm on vacation. Never thought I'd have the opportunity to work out of the Meadows and meet all the great people.
Roger Houston,
Tasha
McCormick, Heather Wilder,
wow.
Mike Wilder, Doug Snyder, all these guys and girls, drivers, trainers. Aaron Merriman won the most races last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. And Wilder just won 7,000.
Yeah, Mike Wilder won his 7,000th win.
And the people couldn't be any nicer to us. What great gentlemen and ladies that are out there at the Meadows. And I tell you what, the greatest athletes, in my opinion, are racehorses. Now, I've been around.
Get out. You believe it now.
I believe it. And who would have ever thunk it?
Well, we got you up on a horse twice.
Yeah.
The second time was a miracle.
It was. Wasn't for Miss Heather, I would have never done it again.
I know. Luckily, you just barely beat me. My horse would have never finished. I don't know what happened there. You thought I was going to win.
Yeah, I did. We were
didn't
fighting
even get
over
out of the starting
driver,
gate. Yeah. It just didn't happen. But we have some fun. We'll be back out at the Meadows coming up. They got Fridays, Family Fun Night Fridays coming up there. We may be doing shows on Saturday. We're looking into doing that. So I'm glad you like it out there, buddy. You discovered it.
And I fell in love with MMA cage fighting over the years. Who would ever thunk that? You know,
I know.
I never watched it before.
I know. Now
I got to thank Jamie Chesney for that. Went to see her fight.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it ever since. And her. Hi, Jamie.
I knew you'd bring that one out. So. You don't miss too much, Smoking Jim. And another thing is the Sweeties for Jimmy is so popular. They want to know how do you do it? You're always in a photo with a beautiful woman.
Yeah, lucky.
What's your secret?
Well,
can you tell us?
I tell you, it's luck. I think that this last cycle is close to 100 different women over.
What's this last cycle?
A 3 month period.
3 months.
Every couple times a year for 3 months, I'll run a different photo with me and a sweetie. I love the women. There's so many. I always say in Pittsburgh got the most beautiful women in the world. It's not maybe that much to do in Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh got the most beautiful women in the world, in my opinion.
Well, we see the photos. Your boys are constantly saying it. You recycle them from years ago. We see that. They're not just from Pittsburgh Sportsline. I caught you on that one, buddy. You throw a few out there. Now you can't highlight my name, so I understand. Now I see where they're all coming from. It's nonstop. Anything else happening this weekend? We're running out of time.
No, nothing else happening.
Nothing?
I don't think so.
You're not going to see any Sweeties for Jimmy, or?
Well, we might.
Okay.
It's always a possibility.
We got to keep that possibility out there.
I think me and Bella may be going to the movies.
Tell her to drink some green tea. And I want to thank everybody for watching our show. Thanks for everybody in the control room. Thanks to Dave Cable, Bethel Park Community. Stay Joey strong.